journey? My name is Quincy Clumpton.
Dutchtown High School.
I go to Creekside Christian Academy.
Boss man,
what's going on, Chief?
How you doing?
Man, hey, trying to stay warm right now up here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, live Coach Brad, episode 5. Something a little different from what we did before, interviewing some coaches and things like that, and different players. So we're here with a guy that needs no introduction from me, Coach G. I'll let him introduce himself and go from that point, and we'll get this show rolling from there.
Charlemagne Gibbons. I'm the head boys basketball coach at Gainesville High School.
Charlemagne Gibbons. We back on here again, man. We did this earlier. You know what I'm saying?
We did.
It was a while ago, man.
Nice run early.
Yeah, it was a nice little run, man. So it's good. It's good to kind of get back on here, kind of get back to what we've been doing and just chopping up about basketball. And man, first of all, how you doing personally, man? How you doing?
I'm on chill. You know, we got a little ice storm going on right now, so we're just trying to figure out kind of what our calendars looks like for the next, next few days. But for right now, it's just my wife and I. We empty nesters, so we're just in the house taking care of the weather right now.
Man, how is that?
Hey man, I don't know. It's the second weekend. We dropped my baby girl off about 2 weeks ago at the University of Miami. So right now we're just trying to get a feel for what's new. Never lived like this in the last 20 years,
Yeah, man, that's different, man. And shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to y'all family, man, for, you seeing it all the way through, man. Empty nesters. A lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of time. It's a lot of time. We do it with everybody else's kids, but
I'm telling you, man.
Spend it with our own. And so you burn that candle on both ends.
Yeah, you're still in your 20s, man. Now you get to live a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what they say, 40 to new 30, man. Trying to enjoy it.
I'm telling you, man. So as far as Coach Gibbons, for the ones who do not know you, I think a lot of people do. But if you had to introduce yourself or just say who you are, kind of give people some introduction about you and who is Coach G?
I don't know. I guess I've been doing this for a while now, but I mean, man, I'm just a regular guy who really likes basketball. I like spending time with my teams. Been forced to be successful over the years, I guess. People would say, but man, I'm just a guy from Montgomery, Alabama, who really likes college football and college basketball, man. I've been able to do both of those for my life. So it's kind of a blessing, and my family's been involved with all of that. So just kind of living those blessed years right now. As long as God keep me out here, we're just gonna keep doing it.
Man, that's dope, man. Like the Gump. When last time you went back home?
I went to see my parents. My parents still live there, so it's probably before Thanksgiving. We just took a quick trip down there. But born and raised, those are my guys. I was talking to Joe Dix the other day, and he's like, "Man, we from Tuscaloosa. I'm from Tuskegee, and man, I know all y'all in Montgomery and all of that." I was like, "Man, it's a small world when you kind of get to this point." But no, man, born and raised, man. Born and raised, Robert E. Lee High School.
Lee High School, man. Lee High School. That's dope, man. So kind of get into the team a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You guys, of course, right now, you're 19-0. I personally feel like you're one of the hottest teams right now. And there's a couple that I felt that way about. And of course, I don't feel that this is nothing new to you, I would say, and not even the undefeated part, because of course it's a structure and you went to the day-to-day about everything going on with that. But this group, what you feel about it?
I mean, honestly, we had a good run last year. Obviously, we got knocked off early against Sprayberry in the playoffs, but we were 19-8 region champs last year, kind of my second year. So I felt good. We brought everybody back, and then we were able to have one or two other guys who popped in. So it's been cool. But I mean, I think the biggest thing, like everybody goes crazy. Like I think we other night like 20-0, 21-0, whatever. Which it's not a big thing. I mean, obviously great for the guys, but man, just these guys capitalizing every 32 minutes. I mean, that's the biggest part of what I've seen with them is that, like, man, when that game tips off, these guys get locked in and they're really sacrificial. So I'm excited for that. Obviously, as a coach, it's a little bit of a slippery slope. You always want to have those days you can come back in and practice and be like, yo, we got beat the other night because of, ABC. So, that part of it, clearly as a coach, we pay a lot of attention to. But, man, this is a good group of guys, man. They're good kids. And, more than anything else, I ain't a spring chicken no more. I've been doing this for a while. So having good kids is definitely a big part of of
Yeah, no,
enjoying this at this point, you know.
yeah, no, I get it 100%, and definitely kind of leading into that, man, and you talking about you not being a spring chicken in it, definitely. I mean, first of all, this is an amazing resume. This when you sent it to me, bro, I wanted to text back just next level. I ain't even talking about the stuff that's on it. I'm just talking about the format. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is,
Man, we a team. My wife does a lot of stuff for me, man. This is a full team. My wife, my sister, my assistant coaches, like I got a full team of people. I
hey, listen, man.
cannot take credit for stuff that y'all see that is on social media or stuff that's done online. And maybe some basketball stuff, but some of that stuff, I got a good crew of people with me.
I'm talking about from the picture, the whole thing looked like, okay, he for real. He mean what he do. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope, man. And shouts out to your team, bro. Definitely shouts out to the wife. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is. That better half, you know what I mean? Shouts out to her. She deserves all of that. Emptiness, all of that stuff, man. So kind of get into it, man. I guess we can start. I didn't see one thing I did not know. I did not know you coach girls basketball. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. I coached girls for 3 years. As a matter of fact, I think at one point we was number one in the state in both boys and girls basketball. Just kind of got in a situation. I was in Morgan County and we were enjoying ourselves, and our girls coach just kind of got out of it. And the principal I worked for, Dr. Mark Wilson, shout out to him, great guy, was like, Coach, any chance that you could coach both of the teams? I've seen it done before, but obviously back in the day. And I was like, well, I ain't really thought about it, but you know what? Because I was close with all of the kids. That's the other thing too. Like I was close with my middle school coach. I was close with the kids, and so he was like, I think we could get it figured out. And we did. And so it was a great run. It was a great thing. Man, like in high school basketball, your programs really blend together a lot. So it was a chance for us to really intertwine our programs. Now, after I left, even though the groups I had after I left, both boys and girls won a state title in the same year. So I felt
no, we gonna get to the state title part. We will get there, man. But I mean, coach of the year, we can't just skip over that.
Yeah. I mean, but if you got good players, and I've been fortunate to have good players. Like I tell people this all the time, like, hey man, you gotta have some good players. No matter what nobody tells you about coaching. If you ain't got no good players, you ain't gonna be that kind of coach. You can be all the stuff.
You have all the X's and O's.
You ain't got some guys or some girls, whatever situation. You can just be a good coach who doesn't win a lot of games and don't get a lot of credit for it. So I give a lot of shout outs.
For sure. And I'll read some of the stuff off for the girls' part, and we'll lead into the boys' side too as well, and kind of work our way up on this extensive resume. Coach of the year for Region 2A, Region Coach of the Year. Took the girls to the Elite Eight, like he was just talking about, going on a great run. Girls first, there was they ain't been to the Elite Eight in since 2000. That was 2011. So when did they go to the Elite Eight before then? What was
it been a while?
Yeah,
before Morgan County girls had been there. I can't remember the exact year. We went to back-to-back Elite Eights and we got beat. I mean, unfortunately, got beat on the same shot. Laney beat us, I think, both years in overtime on like the last shot of the game. Otis and I laugh all the time.
Yeah,
Coach, you trying to put me under with these games, but it was a fun time though, man. Like I enjoyed coaching girls basketball. I had coached it before, kind of coming up a little bit. My sister was a player, and so I kind of coached her team and stuff like that. I actually enjoy girls basketball. I know a lot of people don't, from a boys standpoint, like think they boys coaches don't pay attention to the girls game, but that's not really true. We're all connected at the hip. So I do enjoy watching girls basketball. I enjoy my time coaching girls basketball. It was a pretty fun, great group of girls. Still really good friends with those girls to this day.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's hard right there. And then of course we talk about on the boys side, won a state championship there. It was the first state championship in school history. You was coach of the year too as well. You was, what is this? Georgia Sports Writers Association Coach of the Year, AJC Coach of the Year. Hey man, you was Coach of the Year. Everything that year, big dog.
Man, I got a crack team of people. They run this stuff down. I don't even honestly don't remember it all. But I will say this, that we had a great run. It was a great team, man. That was a great group of guys. Tougie Brown, Jalen Ingram, CJ Turman, DeVoris Brown, Joseph Rogers. Just some guys, man. Some real good kids, but kids who love to stay in that gym, man. A couple of names I probably threw out there at you, huh?
Hey man, now one name you threw out to me, man. I know all those kids you named, but one name that stood out the most to me, man, is Tougie Brown. He is arguably one of the best players to ever play in the state of Georgia. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Like
I totally agree with you.
That boy there. Look.
He was a bad boy.
Man, went to Georgia Southern. If I ain't mistaken, he's the all-time leading scorer there too. If I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, all-time leading scorer, number retired already, 4-time all-league. I mean, all the accolades that you can win, he won them. I mean, he won them from the time I probably first started knowing him till now. He's still playing. I mean, so that lets you know. Right now,
I was at that state championship game too when Tookie was playing there too, and at the time he was playing with Atlanta Express. I think he was too. But yeah. I was like, yeah, he one of them ones. I don't know why that was Mr. Georgia basketball to me personally. Can't nobody tell me anything different.
There's a lot of competition. It's still a lot of competition in Georgia. I mean, I think that year, the year we won a state championship, I want to say it was Jalen Brown, Todrick Jackson.
Yeah, Todrick Jackson, all of them. Yeah. All of them was there. Dude, he was right there. That's what I'm saying. He was right there.
I totally agree. He's right there. It's just being in Georgia, if a guy says, man, I was a really, really great player, but I didn't win player of the year, it's probably some NBA guy or some high-level guy who
did win
the award.
Todrick, that's my guy too, man. Todrick was the truth too back then, man.
Yeah, he was a bad boy too.
There's some dudes. And then, this is where we met at Florida Atlantic. You coached college there too as well. That's when I initially first I think I first met you then. I was around 2013, I want to say 14, somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's when you was recruiting the guy. I can't think Byron Abrams at the time.
Yeah, Byron
Abrams, and you coached there. And then also too, I followed your career at Stars Mill. Did a hell of a job at Stars Mill too as well. Newton County. I mean, first of all, at Newton, right? We're gonna say this. You know what I'm saying? You had an Elite Eight appearance. You had a Final Four appearance. You had a Sweet 16 appearance. You had another Elite Eight appearance. You were also named Coach of the Year in 2022. And then you was also Coach of the Year too as well in the Newton Rockdale area in 2020. First of all, like for you to come in that transition of Newton County, right, and for you to do what you did there. It really went from already here, right, with your Ashtons and all that. It went from here, and then it went from there, and it went up more. So really, your value. I mean, hey man, shouts out to you, man. You did your thing, man. Everywhere you go, man. Everywhere you go, it ain't a secret. So you keep talking about these players all you want. You keep saying it all you want to, but at the end of the day, man, you deserve your flowers, dog. You deserve your flowers.
No, I do appreciate that. But I still, I'm always gonna stick with the same thing because at Newton, I mean, God, look at the list of guys. I look at the list of guys before I got there. I mean, I won't. Yeah. I mean, Rick did a great job. He had great guys. I mean, and I don't think people kind of knew the backstory about Newton. That was my first job. My middle school job was in Newton County, Indian Creek Middle School, and so my principal during that time ended up being the superintendent at Newton a few years later. So when the job came open, she gave me a call and was like, I'd love for you to come back. You've always, because I always go back, like Covington for me, Conyers area, like my wife and I, like that's kind of where we began.
That's all.
You know what I mean? So, so when she called me, was like, we would love for you to come back to Newton High School, which originally was supposed to be the job I was supposed to have been coming to years and years and years ago to start my career, was kind of a great thing. And then obviously the success they had before. People really think that I knew all of those kids before I got over there. Clearly, I knew some of them, but I didn't know all of them. But Newton's always had talent, and that's always been a historical basketball program.
It's a great area too.
You can go back, and you can look at the area they producing players, whether it's at Newton High School or it's Eastside or Rockdale or Kobe or Heritage, anyway, all the way out to Madison. That's where I started at. In Covington. That's how I even got to Madison, was just knowing that area down I-20. So it's always been some really, really good players in that area.
Now I got something for you, man. I want you to check out this right here. And I asked you for that picture for a reason, right? First of all, this already looks like, you know how when you go in you got your coach's office, right? You got your wall, and you got your wall of fame. You know what I'm saying? And you got that photo. You got that photo of just one of them groups that was special, right? So if you had this group, and we talked about it a little bit earlier just now, if it's 5 things that you could say about this group that makes them who they are, what are the 5 things?
The first word I would definitely say is hardworking. If you went through everybody's story that's in that picture, They only got to where they've gotten. The success they've had is just via hard work. So hard work would be the first one. The second one would probably be sacrificial. Man, these guys sacrifice for each other nonstop. And I don't know if people talk about that enough to get ready to go to college, is that, you got to be a sacrificial player. You got to be willing to sacrifice to help. Everybody talks about their brothers. Oh, we all brothers. Okay, well, be if your brother truly sacrificed then.
Yes.
Excuse me. And I think this group does that. Third, fun. Man, they some fun guys. Man, they all got different personalities and stuff like that. But they get in the locker room and they definitely fun with each other. I have some enjoyment with them. Our staff, man, I got a great coaching staff, so they have a lot of enjoyment with them. I think the fourth probably be trusting, because if you look at the guys in that picture, they could be at wherever, having bigger nights than they have even for us. Because we're not, we ain't loyal to Marymount, so we ain't running up and chunking it up at the drop of a hat. So guys could probably be other places taking a lot more shots than what they're taking here. So I think they trust each other. I think they trust me above everything else. I think their families trust me as well. So it's definitely a trusting group. And maybe, the last one would probably be determined. I think they're a determined group. I don't think, if you saw any of those kids in there, I don't think anybody thought that they would be part of kind of what's going on right now when they started their careers. And so I think they're determined to show people they do have talent, and they really worked on honing their game. So those probably be the 5 things I would say about that picture of guys. But man, definitely a fun group of guys though.
No, I can only imagine, man. And kind of you spoke on something that was going to be my next thing, and the conversation is flowing. I really like it this way. Your coaching staff, right? Like let's go off some of your coaching staff, man, because I know you have an operation going on up there, and I mean it in a great way. But you know what I'm saying? Like you have a system, right? And it doesn't just take you for your system to work, and you talking about the day-to-day, the weight room, the strategies, the player development, like everything. Like, so just kind of give us, just talk about your staff a little bit and their roles and how's it helped you so far with this program in year 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start with the top down. When I took the job, I had a guy named Jamie Brooks, and some of you guys may know Jamie. He's been a junior college, head coach throughout the state of Georgia. He's worked at the Division I level, been around, but just a real grinder in basketball. But when I was taking the job in Gainesville, I found out he lived up here. And so we had always connected with each other and always had a good relationship, but I didn't know, like within the last year or so, he had moved up into the Hall County area. And so when I got the job, I called him. I was like, "Hey man, listen, I'm taking this job. People may not know. I don't know the area, but man, I need to get you on staff," because obviously a former college guy, we kind of look at things very, very similar, like how we run the program, the day-to-day, the operations of the program. It's like, this certain things need to look a certain way for us to be excited about what we're doing. And I think adding him just kind of insinuated some things I look at, and I don't have to say, how it is when you're working. I don't have to tell you what looks right. Like when there are people around, what looks right, it's definitely a relief. And so Jamie really does a lot of that for me. So that was a big part of it. I kind of waited out to get that done. And then I got 2 really good young guys. The first young guy was Shaquan Cantrell. You probably seen him. I had a broken foot earlier in the year. People don't know I wasn't really coaching probably the first 6, 7, or 8 games. So Shaquan was standing in my place. Young guy, played at Gainesville, one of the best players to ever play here at Gainesville. Also was a Division II All-American in North Georgia. But man, just a real basketball guy. Studies the game, studies building the game out. But the biggest thing is our strength and conditioning, our weight program. Like, he really spearheads that. And so I think he's going to be a great, future head coach running programs around. But man, this guy, he knows a lot of stuff. Young guy connects with the players, as well as my other assistant, Cornelius Taylor. Cornelius is originally from Claxton, played at Claxton. So I knew him. I'm getting old because I knew these guys when they played.
Yeah.
But he's from Claxton, but does a great job. Really, really spends a lot of time with our point guard. So, the growth of Kevin White that you've been able to see, I think you can contribute a lot of his growth with what Cornelius has done with them. So he's going to be another guy who's going to be a great, great future head coach. Those guys do. I can honestly say those guys handle a majority of the on-court activity and work that you see from our program. I still get out there some, but a lot of stuff is just more of salt and pepper of what we need to be doing. Those guys really spearhead that. And I just thankful because, again, I broke my foot early in the year, so I can't chase the balls like I used to be able to. So it helps having those. And I got a great middle school staff too as well. Jordan Thorne, Caleb Blair, Javon Hutchins. Great job. Kanaja Norman comes. She's like our basketball operations. So we do have a real setup going. Like I said, Jamie and I have been in college, so we kind of set this thing just like a small college program with everybody's roles and stuff like that. So I got a lot of future head coaches. And so anybody looking for somebody, not this year or next year, but down the road, if somebody's looking for some good quality assistants that could be head coaches and run their own program, I think these guys on my staff will be able to do it.
I think I want a job. You got some room for me out there?
Man, hopefully I don't lose anybody, but if not, I'm definitely taking applications for basketball, guys.
Hey, man.
That's for sure. You got to be a grinder.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And you said a guy's name that kind of stuck out to me, KJ White, which was kind of leading into where we was going, and we could kind of let this video play. First of all, the video that I'm posting or for the show is from this past year when you brought the guys down and you was in support of what we did at the the league or whatever. And so, real deal player. We got to see him play in the shootout. What has he been to your team? Of course, we got other names that we can name, but as far as having that leader from that point guard spot, right, in a position that some people may feel like you don't really need the point guard anymore. Like, how has he been the spearhead, or what has he been to your program, kind of leading you in the direction that you guys are going right now?
No, he's been the general. There's no doubt about that. I'm a little bit old school. Like I know where we are with basketball these days. I know people talk about we don't need point guards and all that, which I think is asinine, because we do need point guards. Like, wide receivers can't be great unless you got a great quarterback. Well, it's the same thing in basketball. Like, you're showing a video of Brandon Nelson, who's having a great year for us. Bryce Jackson, all these guys are having great years. Well, they're having great years because they can get to their spots and somebody can deliver that basketball, and that's KJ White.
Right there.
I was fortunate to have KJ his freshman year with me at Newton, and I knew he had a chance to be a special player. He's not big by any stretch, but I saw this kid battle some dudes. I saw him battle, all those guys we had on those Newton teams every day as a young player. And I kept saying, man, this kid is going to end up being a really good player. He's going to be a really good point guard. And a lot of people don't, they don't value the play of point guards. They think if you're not scoring, you're not playing.
Right.
Well, he's our second leading scorer, but even with that being said, he's also our leading distributor. He's our leading defender. He sets the tone defensively for us. And I think not a lot of people talk to their players about, excelling in other parts of the game. I really pushed him to excel in setting the tone defensively, being the guy every day consistently with the energy to bring this thing together. Yeah, if you're going to be a point guard and you're going to be a small point guard, you have to be able to do all those things as the extension of the coach. And so I think, he's talking a lot more in the huddles. He's, hey man, when they're coming to the huddle, look at this, coach, what about this? And that's what you want from your point guard, because again, we're coaches, we're just on the sideline. Like, only thing we can do is call timeouts and take you out of the game. All the teaching has to be done before you get there. So hopefully, you've taught them and teach your point guards well enough that they can teach on the floor as well. And I think he can at a high level, which is a big growth from just being a player, but now being a teacher on the floor from his standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I wanted to show that video because you guys had came down in the fall and you guys competed very, very well. I felt like it was extremely early, but just your focus during that time to see exactly who you guys had, and this was coming off of June. Right, you could tell that it was a detailed situation, and you could also see the structure of how your program is built. You can also see the way the guys played, and also too, we named the kid KJ White. That was in the video. That was
Brandon Nelson.
Nelson in the video.
Yep.
You got a couple other kids too as well. Just kind of name some of the other guys on the team that's been we don't necessarily have to say impact, but that has been contributors to you guys' success right now.
Well, I mean, we'll just go with the video that you just played. I thought that I know for sure that Brandon is having a great year. He took a role of coming off the bench. He's been a starter the last 2 years, and this year he came off the bench. But if anybody knows me, like, my sixth man is always a really, really good player. Like, I have Marcus Whitlock at Newton, who's at Middle Tennessee State now. DeVorius Brown, as I was in Morgan County, who actually got to follow me to FAU. So I've always thought that was a really pivotal role on our team, like that sixth man. And in 2 years in Gainesville, I haven't had a guy that I really liked in that role. And this year, Brandon has taken that role. And I mean, obviously, you've seen a few offers come out. He's got about 5 or 6 offers since the season has started. So I think you've seen him take a hold of that role and really develop it inside out, scoring. Been a great defender for us, but then more than anything else, been setting the culture because he's been here from day one for us. So, he's done a great job. Obviously, Charlie Gershman and Quentin Mansfield are Division I signees. Charlie's committed to Belmont, 6'8", does a lot of different things, kind of a Swiss Army knife, but really, really good player. Quentin Mansfield is going to Troy, 6'7", energy guy, can step out and stick it from the deep. Plays in around the basket. Just 2 forwards that really connect and make the game hard for you. Also, Kevin Curtis, people may know the name, but Kevin is having a great, great year for us. 7 foot, athletic, runs, block shots. But just a great kid, man. Like, really loves the game. Like, people may not have known how much he really loved the game, but man, really loves the game. Bryce Jackson, who's here with us too, had a great run at Newton. Now he's here in his last year. Had a big game the other night. I think he had 16 or 17 the other night. But these guys are just a really great group of guys. Sebastian Collins comes off the bench for us, does a great job backing up KJ at the point guard spot. He's a senior as well. So I got a big group of seniors. I never really probably had a group of seniors this big before. But our team is about 7 seniors, and then I got Jackson Trammell, who's going to be, you're going to know the name. He's a freshman right now. He's about 6'5". He's about 215, 220 pounds. You're going to know who this kid is. He's going to be a really good player. And then Asher Volrath is with us as well, who's a junior, who's a kid that came off of a little bit of injury last year, getting himself back going. But he's about 6'6", 6'7", 215, 220 pounds, good skill player. And then we got a couple of other young guys that are freshmen, Henry Cato, Jalen Butts, Cam Benford. So that's kind of the guys that you see in that picture right over there. So I know everybody thinks we're all seniors, but we got about a good 6 or 7 guys coming back next year. I think it's going to give us a chance to be kind of back in it again. Maybe we're not the names we have right now, but still going to give us a puncher's chance going into next year. That's kind of always been my thing, man. Like, you're going to have a great year, but you got to have young guys built in behind them.
100%. And definitely also too, for the people that are listening, I mean, this is the size of a Division I team in high school.
Yeah, we are big.
Yeah, that's a very, very big team for high school, man. But before we kind of move into the last segment that we were talking about, play a little game, go from that point. How was the crowd? How's the fan base at Gainesville? How was that at the basketball games, home games?
The fan base is growing. I say this, and this is just the reality of the situation. When we took it over, it wasn't the most exciting fan base because it hadn't had the success. But if you look at Gainesville over the years, Gainesville's been in Final Fours and they've won some state titles, and they've had a following. So I think that this group of guys, and I think, and I want to be real clear with this, I think that the following this group of guys has above everything else is because of how they act every day, not just the games on Friday night or Tuesday night. Like, when you see these guys, we've done a lot of community service with our program. We did a trunk or treat. We went out to the Boys and Girls Club and spent a lot of time, over 300 kids over there. We did that. We had a big introductory night for our team. So I think the way these guys carry themselves day to day, man, majority of these guys are AB students, parents, great. So I think that all of that has been what's kind of revived the following here at Gainesville. Not just, oh man, they're 21-0. Like, you can have a lot of 21-0 teams with bad kids, and people don't want to follow that. I think these kids, people want to follow good kids and good families and families that are connected together and do things the right way.
All right, that's cool. That's dope, man. I was curious about that, man, because I know that the culture is changing, right? And we already know that sports and academic, of course, we ain't gonna say academics ain't big now. We ain't, you know what I mean? But we know that athletics in Gainesville and in that community, in that area, like,
Well, if you followed, I mean, like, there's no secret. If you follow, we had a great football run. We've had a great run, and obviously our coach left and went to Colorado, and then we brought in the coach from Grayson. So Gainesville is definitely about their athletics. But I will say this: I brought both of my daughters here as well, and they excelled academically here, which is a big part of what they also do. I tell people all the time that whatever your kid would like to be really successful in, Gainesville offers that opportunity, whether it's academics or athletics or extracurricular activities. And I think they follow all of those things. I think there's a lot of pride here in this community for the alumni and the people here of Gainesville.
Yeah, and if you trust your daughters to go there, that speaks for itself. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, you don't want your babies to be anywhere.
Absolutely not. I got girls. So we definitely
girl there. I already know. Man.
The right places, the right
got
people.
to. Hey, you got to keep it structured.
Definitely.
All right, so we got a game. We gonna play, man. Lead into it. It's called This or That. A couple different questions we're gonna do. This is kind of like my favorite little segment. I like everything else, but it's kind of my favorite segment because I get to kind of figure out who you are a little bit more, man. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, man. All right, first question, man. I'm coming right out the gate now. I'm coming out the gate punching. Championships and scholarships. What coach you want to be known for?
I'm gonna go with scholarships.
Why?
Man, because I think that the reality of all of this is everybody wants their kid to be a state champion, but at the end of this, man, all the sacrifice these parents make, they need scholarships, man. It ain't easy out here. So I'm gonna side with scholarships. I clearly want to win the championship every time, but I think we can do both. I think we can help them be scholarship athletes and then win the championship. Sometimes I think you can do it backwards, try to win the championship, but not worry about the scholarship as much. And so I've always done it the opposite way. I think that's why our player development has been really, really marked to what we've done.
Hey, you know what that answer sound like too? That sounds like a dad that got his daughters playing sports in college. That's a great answer, big dog. That's a great answer.
You see all that money that's up underneath that scholarship.
I'm telling you, it's a couple hundreds up under there. We need that.
It is.
Need that.
You know, that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. So next question. Would you rather have lockdown defender, big time scorer?
Oh, I'm gonna go with somebody with them handcuffs. I'm gonna go with the handcuff guy.
Yeah.
I always tell my guys, good offense beats good defense, but I definitely gonna play the percentage with defense. Like we want to try to stop guys if we can.
Yeah, because that big time offense, man, it's hard to be the big time player that can score it now.
It is hard to beat one, but I think we're just gonna try to make that thing hard.
Make it hard.
We're gonna try to make it hard. We're gonna try to give you them looks. We ain't gonna make it easy.
I got you. All right, next question. Last seconds. Do you want to have a last second as a coach? If you're coaching the game, do you want to win on a last second shot, or do you want to win on the last second block?
I think because we got the stop, we'll take that basketball going down the stretch, and we'll make that big shot. We got guys. Yeah. I think we saw some guys make some big shots for us all year long, and so we're definitely a defensive group. But we do talk about closing games out with big shots, so I definitely take the big shot.
Got you. Do I need to say anything? I just need your answer.
Hey man, roll tide. Y'all already know. Going to raise. Hey, I've been around Georgia a long time, but ain't nothing gonna change that part of it.
Ain't that gonna change that part? I got you. All right, that's cool. All right, here we go. Hot wings or ribs?
He must have seen my Instagram on my barbecue game. I like hot wings, but I'm gonna go barbecue ribs. That's kind of one of my pastimes. Sitting out back and getting on that barbecue grill is one of my favorites. So I'm definitely gonna go with the rib game.
Okay. Yeah. What do you do? Dry rubs? Anything? What you do with your ribs?
Yeah. I do a dry rub. I got a smoker out back, so we smoke ribs. You want to get your meat nice and pink and pretty with the smoke rings on it and everything with the crisp. So I got a little recipe, man. You got to come on up here one of these weekends.
Oh, I got to come up there. And look, you got a lot of time on your hands, man. When you're at the house,
I got a lot of time now.
Yeah. That's cool, man. All right, so we go switch gears a little bit. You know, kind of see what you feeling right here, man. Basketball movie. He got game. Bud the Rim.
Well, this is a tough one right here, right? Because my wife is gonna laugh about this. Y'all know I don't watch movies.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a lot of movies. So the only movie I actually seen is Above the Rim. I ain't never even seen He Got Game. So
really?
I don't watch movies. Like I'm telling you, like the last movie I probably saw in the theater was like New Jack City or something. Like I'm talking about back in the day. I don't do movies. It just ain't my thing. But I have seen Above the Rim though. So I'm gonna go with Above the Rim.
Yeah, we got another movie. We got another
Tupac in there, so I'm gonna roll.
Oh, for sure. We got another movie question now. So hopefully, I'm gonna judge you with this one now.
I have seen these two movies. I'm gonna go with Friday because I'm an old school rap guy. So Ice Cube was one of my guys. So I'm gonna have to definitely go with Friday.
Got you. Yeah, we got a comment. Let's see what the comment said. Oh, my mom put on there talking about coach, talking about you don't watch movies. That's my mom.
I'm not. I'm just everybody's like, you don't watch. I was like, listen, guys, I'll read a book. I'm just not a movie guy. Like a movie hour, 45 minutes, I go do something else. I just never have been a movie guy.
Yeah. So if it's something, if it's you got some downtime, right? And it's something on your downtime, what do you like to do with your downtime?
And I criticize the kids for this all the time, but man, like a year ago, my wife and kids bought me a PlayStation. So now I'm like the kids. I jump on the game
Yeah.
in my downtime. It's kind of, it kind of relaxes you a little bit. But I mean, I do. But I cook too though. So I like to get out, like man, have people over, we cook and eat, and then obviously watch every basketball game in the world, even if it's recorded. We
Hey,
come
did
back
you
and
see
do
the
that.
did you see the BYU game last night?
I didn't see the BYU game
Yeah, I
last
watched that
night, but
one last night.
I knew DeBuyster had a big game.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
this freshman class, man, golly. Like I don't know what they'll do in the NBA, but man, it's been great for college basketball. Some really, really good.
Man, it's been refreshing for college basketball seeing that they're talking about freshmen, not being able to play right away.
Because I watched the Tennessee game last night, and I was just
Mhm.
I kept watching them because I was just trying to figure out. All these guys are highly ranked, but I was just trying to
Right.
get a better feel for Nate Mint, and I thought he was great last night. Like he
Yeah,
really
man.
showed,
Yeah.
top 5, top 10 player wherever they draft these guys. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
it's great for college basketball, but man, there's some really, really talented freshmen. I hope people realize how good these kids are when they leave high
Man,
school, go to those levels and
I,
play. Like that ain't for everybody.
now I think this draft class, man, this draft class kind of reminds me of. I don't know if it'll pan out to be that way, right? But as far as just like the names of the players, the draft class with Jason Kidd and all of them, you know what I'm saying?
It's a high profile
Yeah,
class
yeah,
that's going in, and it's a high profile class of guys who've done it. Like it ain't
yeah.
like they're late bloomers or they just came up like
Nah, these
Boost,
guys can go. Yeah,
Device, Darren Peterson, Amit. Like these guys have been going. Caleb Wilson, please don't let me forget that he's playing. Golly, he's
yeah.
playing great.
Oh yeah, playing out his mind right now. Yeah,
Yeah, like these guys are playing, but they've always been that though. That ain't
that's
like,
what I was
oh,
about to
where did he
say. They've
come
been they've
from?
been
Like,
dominant since like 8th grade. Like it ain't like
mhm.
they just snuck up on you. Like you knew who they
Yeah, no,
were.
this is a great class. I mean, and
Yeah,
obviously going to the NBA, like I tell people this all the time, man. A good college player and a good NBA player, that ain't the same guy. As you kind of go through it. But I
my
think
mom
this
was
class
doing down in
guys
New
are
Jack
great.
City.
Oh yeah, we chopped it up at the fall league. Your mom and I. So
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
she was giving me the business.
Oh
So
yeah, oh yeah. No, man, but this concludes the episode, man. I definitely appreciate all the conversations we have every time when we talk. Always good fun. I always love this way. If you want to give out your social medias or anything like that, from that
yeah,
point.
obviously our basketball social media is Red Elephants _ men's basketball. Or you can just Google Gainesville boys basketball. It looks great. And then obviously mine is CMAGNE 30012 for my YouTube. I mean my Instagram or Facebook, whatever. I still do Facebook because I'm on 48, so I know the kids be
Yeah.
like, Coach, out for Facebook, but that's me. But
I'm
it's
on
easy
Facebook
to
too.
find, man. Y'all know me,
I'm on
man.
Facebook.
I'm pretty easy to find, man. But
Yeah.
no, glad you had us, man. Look forward to the league again next year. Look forward to all the stuff. I'm always for everybody who wants to keep giving these kids opportunities to play basketball and get some free college out of the deal. So, man, shout out to you and the platform that you created, because I remember when this thing first started. It
100%.
was when I was in college and recruiting and coming down there and seeing Byron Abrams and Isaiah Miller and all those guys that you've had over the years, and what you've done. It started in the South Side, what you kind of been doing for Atlanta basketball going through. So, man, shout out to you as well.
I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I'm still figuring it out, man, because it's different. It's a whole different game now, and that's the question. That's the question I'm gonna ask you off of this. Is you got to stay. It's a new generation. It's a new time. You gotta remain relevant. I need some tips about that, man. I ain't never too. You know what I'm saying? I want some more
Man,
tips.
it's just different these days. We did a little thing for my daughter last week before she went to school, and so some of my former players were up who were like really around her when she was young, and so they're like, Coach, it ain't even the same. Like how you were and how you treat these guys when I come around, it's not the same. I think that we do have to change with the times, and the coach I was at Morgan County, or the coach I was my first couple of years, and the coach I am now, has just had to evolve to understand the landscape of basketball, number one, because this ain't easy for high school kids and parents.
Nah.
This ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't anything that you can try to rationale and tell them. They just have to go through it and have to realize that every opportunity you got from a college coach, please take it as gold. Like, don't look at nobody with your nose thumbed up like, oh, we're going to get this, because it doesn't happen that way anymore. Like now you better get to a school and try to play if you want to go somewhere else, you got to play your way to it from your first stop. And I think that's the thing that I don't know if everybody understands that. Like we still think, oh, I can be an all-region player and go to Georgia. That ain't how that works.
No.
You know, so I've had to change and evolve too as a coach. I think a lot of the great coaches in Georgia, that's why Georgia's great basketball. A lot of the coaches have evolved in the same way of understanding this ain't the same. So, you know, trying to educate the parents as much as you can, I think is the biggest thing that we can give back in this new era of guys playing in the G League and showing up and playing last night in college basketball. Like, it's just a new era right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's stay in touch, man. This concludes episode 5. And hey, my mama said it best. I'm gonna put it back up there. Like we need to make a trip on 85.
Hey, come on up, man. Red Elephants have a good time, man.
And make sure you got someone that's smoking when we get up there now. We need
I just let me know. I'll get your ribs together for you.
Yes, sir, Coach. Appreciate you again, and thank you for everything, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right.